These are some of the youngest self-made millionaires in the world.
We're working with
So I dropped out.
How many employees or like people on your team do you have?
65, 70?
Yeah, we're basically a $20 million fund.
And I'm going to be asking them what their secret was to separate themselves from 99.9% of their peers, starting in Dallas, Texas.
What up, bro? Beautiful apartments. Thanks, beautiful.
Man. This is 19-year-old Cash. 7 months ago, he was working at Chipotle, but now he's pulling 100 million views and hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube a month.
The apartment itself is really underwhelming, okay? I keep my area like very bare because I don't like thinking about it, and I like focusing most of my energy to the actual business. All right, here's the office. I love this desk. I usually stand when I record. It gets me like a lot more energetic.
So obviously, you don't just hop on Minecraft and record it. Like, what's your usual day-to-day process look like?
So when we wake up and I get home, I'll shower and then we'll hop on here. I have a Discord where I'll talk to my team. So I'll have like a management chat and everything, but we'll all just join recording one right here. Me and all the voice actors. Try and blur this maybe because this is all of our uploads for the entire month.
Cash's system is so automated and efficient that he's been able to stockpile over months worth of videos to be scheduled and uploaded at any time.
Since like 2023, you pulled like how many views?
We could check.
715 million.
Just in 10 months, he's pulled 715 million views, which by taking the $6 minimum he's paid per 1,000 views, we can estimate he's made $4.2 million.
Mostly what I'm doing now, I'm trying to make the things that I do every day like automated, let someone else do it, and then I'm in charge of innovating. So like I still have to do all the ideas on these videos, or like most of them, thumbnails too, and I'm trying to automate that so I can work on like some cooler things.
Right, exactly. Yeah, building out the brand, expanding it and everything.
Yeah, to be honest, I think now I'm working maybe 8 hours a day. I used to work like literally 12, it was horrible, but now I've cut that down a lot with a lot of my team.
If someone was starting off on YouTube and like they wanted just like some advice to get started, what would you tell them?
The one thing that you have to do whenever you start a YouTube channel, you have to really enjoy doing it, because if you don't enjoy doing it, you're not going to be willing to learn, you're not going to be willing to push through all the shitty times. So if you truly enjoy it like I did, I literally just loved making videos. I didn't care about views in the beginning. That's just what's going to get you through everything, you know? Everyone focuses on the views part, but just focus on actually making content you enjoy, and then the other people can feel that.
Would you like consider it like a good thing for teenagers to get into if they want to make some money?
Yeah, of course. I feel like this is the best thing to get into right now if you want to make a lot of money. The entire thing's a learning process. You have to learn literally all the time. It's not like you learn a lot in the beginning and then you just stick it through the rest of your life. Like, you literally have to always be a student, or else you're never going to be a master.
We then went to Cash's McLaren to drive downtown, one of 2 supercars he's purchased.
You must have been driving a car before this. Like, what did you have before?
I was driving a Nissan Altima, 2011.
Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
So is this like a dream car for you? Like, did you just want this for so long? And
Yeah. I've always been a car guy.
But you think that this was like a purchase that you genuinely got value out of? And
I mean, I just have fun. I feel like there's no point in life if you don't try to have fun with at least some of the things you do. I also don't believe that materialistic things help you. Like, I could give all this away. The one thing I care about the most is, you know, seeing my parents and spending time with my family.
how did you get into YouTube in the first place?
The way I got into YouTube was I used my mom's laptop all the time, and my dad bought me Minecraft for like my 11th birthday, and I played it all day with my brother, and I started making these like crappy little videos, and I loved it. Even though it was the shittiest videos I've ever made, it was so much fun making those, and I was addicted to like creating stuff that I knew other people could see. So I've been doing that literally my whole life.
Has this all made you happy? All this money, all this success?
The money, no. The passion, yes. Because now I'm able to do what I do for eternity as long as I want without having to worry about making money and living off of my career. Now my career is something that I can literally spend 12 hours a day on and not get judged for, because it's what makes the money. So yes, I would say does make me happier, but not for the reasons that most people think. I could care less about all the stuff that I have as long as I could just be content internally.
And if you had one thing to say to everybody if they're starting with their entrepreneurship journey or just trouble motivating themselves, what would you tell them?
Let me think about this. I would say watch other people and look up to the biggest in the game. If you want to be big, you have to replicate what other people are doing in the beginning. And that's how you start.
I said goodbye to Cash, and now to find the next teenage millionaire, I had to go all the way to Michigan.
Yo!
What's up, Brian?
What's up, bro?
How are you?
How's it going?
This is 16-year-old PB. After building a portfolio up for 3 years day trading, he's been able to purchase his own luxury car and teach trading classes to thousands of students.
So
This is the office.
This is where it all goes down, huh?
Yep, this is where everything goes down, the trading.
Damn. Is that like your first $100 bill right there?
No, so basically the $100 bill, the value of it is when you're trading, you're looking at numbers in the screens. Like I felt like sometimes I was trading with thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's like you don't really realize the value of money, because if you had $5,000 on your desk and someone came and took it from you, you'd be pissed, right? But when it's on a screen, you kind of forget the value of money. So it kind of helps me remind, the value of money, and it tells me if I see $1, take $1.
All right, market's open right now. You got any trades open currently?
I took one trade. I made like $600 earlier in the day.
Do you trade anything specifically, or?
Yeah, so I just trade the same 10 to 20 stocks. Every single night I go through them and I look at the best bearish and bullish setups. And then I basically trade off of my system that, I've back tested over years and years.
You definitely know what you're doing. What's like your usual win rate from a day-to-day basis?
I'd say 70%.
What's like the most you've ever made in one trade?
Last week I made like $12,000 in a week. In a trade, I think like 10 G's.
Do you know what stock it was?
Yeah, it was a SPY. I caught a really, really nice candle in class. Yeah, I was actually in school and I caught that too, so it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, so you're trading in school. So are you like literally in the back of the class just trading away 24/7?
Yeah, that's literally it. I'm just in the back of class trading away, and it's way easier this summer, like bro.
What's like your main picks right now? What markets are you kind of in?
You know what, so basically SPY is like obviously a kind of a no-brainer. It's the S&P 500 of all the stocks. I like Nvidia a lot. I like AMD a lot, and actually the sleeper that I'm taking a kind of lottery position in is called Lucid.
What's some advice you'd give to someone who's really looking to get into trading or even just the stock market in general?
I'd say if you're a beginner and you want to start day trading, what you should do is number one, get a job. So you have other income source, you're not just relying strictly on day trading. That's gonna put less stress on you, make you trade with less emotions. And then I think second, what you need to do is open up a paper trading account. And you do need to lose money at first to win at trading, but by opening up a paper trading account, it's basically gonna allow you to back test different strategies through testing them out, and you're not actually risking your own money, because a paper trading account is you're trading with fake money. You're just practicing. Yeah, I bought my first car at 16 years old, all by myself. A Mercedes AMG GLE 53 Coupe.
Jeez, how much was this?
I think it was around 100.
Right.
It was a really, really big accomplishment for me.
What was like the moment that you knew you wanted to be a trader? Like, how did you like actually get into it?
My whole life I've always been, looking for ways to make money and looking for, I've always been an entrepreneur. I was one of those kids where I'd go on YouTube and look up how to make $1,000 as a kid or a 10-year-old kid. So when quarantine started, I had all this free time, right? Basically what I did is I looked up how to make money as a kid online. I started dropshipping. The dropshipping for about a month, and I made a little bit of money, but I didn't really like it. I could tell it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I like to do. And then after that, I was looking for new ways to make money. I came across trading. I found a video on TikTok, trading, what's this? How am I gonna learn how to do it? That night, I think I did not sleep from 8 hours straight watching videos about trading, watching these guys make all this money trading, watching this guy make his Lamborghini or buy a Lamborghini and making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
If you got one last thing to say to the viewers, anybody who's young, just trying to get on their entrepreneur goals, what do you got to say?
Never, ever, ever give up. If you have a goal, keep striving, and make failure not an option.
With that, the next teenage millionaire to see lived all the way in San Diego.
Ryan Mitchell.
What's up?
Good, man.
This is Nico. At 16 years old, he's been able to grow multiple successful YouTube channels from his bedroom, all of which bring in roughly $400,000 a month.
Give us a rundown what you're doing right now.
Okay, so we're about to play in a Skeppy event right here. Skeppy's right there. And my plan is to be the first to die.
What's the prize though?
$10,000 prize. No! Oh, gosh.
Nico has somehow built up his own YouTube systems to where he's firing out videos daily, all while in school.
So like you got a lot of people on your team right now. You got your assistant, content manager. Like how many employees or like people on your team do you have?
Right now, like 65, 70.
That's more than I would have guessed. That's wild, bro. So what time did you stay up? Like when you're recording during school hours, because you're still 16, what are you, a junior this year?
Oh,
Like
I'm senior going.
Oh, you're going into a senior. So like what was like the usual routine, like balancing school, then like pretty much multi-million-dollar business here?
Wake up, like sometimes 5 o'clock, and then like I'm recording like 10 minutes later immediately after I wake up. Like 4:30 on a productive day.
Right.
And then I just go to school. But like sometimes it's tight, so I could be late like 10 to 20 minutes. Like I had like 40 tardies at the end of by the end of the year. Like 40 days that I was late.
How long have you wanted to be a YouTuber?
7 years. When I started, I didn't really want to be like a YouTuber. I just wanted to like post videos for fun and play games, because like that was my excuse to play games.
Yeah. So since you were like 9.
Yeah. Around like 3 years ago, I had like a paradigm shift.
Right.
Where I realized I could actually make this into a living. and like grow this into a business, and like that's more fun for me, like scaling.
Do you have other sources of income from this channel, and like you plan on doing some if you're willing to share like how you plan on turning this from what's like a 7-figure business most likely right now into like 8 and even like 9 figures?
Yeah, I feel like Nico and Cash is like our big like brand, and that's like our image, right? So like just getting that like pretty much everywhere.
So you want it to be at the point where like you're not even just a YouTuber at this point, you like have like your own shows, like you walk into a Walmart and like you see
but like can't reveal too much, but
but like that's like the vision, right? Like down the line. You got anything to say to people, one last thing, who are on their way to their entrepreneur goals?
I think just consistency compounds. You just gotta keep going at it.
Right.
Keep trying new things, but honestly, don't change your mind too much. If you stick with one thing and really get good at it, then that's what provides value to people.
I said bye to Nico, and after flying to San Francisco, I talked with one of the most impressive kids I've ever met.
Can I call you back in 30 minutes?
No way he's on call right now.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
This is Eric Zhu. At 15, he co-founds a now $20 million investment fund called Bakmanity and has recently raised over $1 million for his own startup company, Aviato.
Yeah, we just moved into our house, so.
Dang, so you got like the office and everything. So how much did this all cost?
It's like about $8 grand a month.
$8 grand a month? And why San Francisco? I know.
That's where customers are. I absolutely hate San Francisco, but you know, that's where customers are, so I was like, why not?
What is Aviato? Like, what's this business you're working on right now that's kind of...
So we're basically like this massive data engine for startups, right? So we find really early signals because, you know, a lot of VCs, they're trying to invest in companies, right? Most of the data right now that's on the internet are mainly for later stage companies. So instead, we take a different approach and we find really early signals.
Essentially, Eric found a problem where big investors were having a hard time finding brand new companies to invest in, such as Amazon in 1994. But Eric created a database search engine which scans for new and hidden gem companies which investors can use so they don't miss out on the next Amazon. But that's just one of his companies.
Yeah, we're basically a $20 million fund, you know, investing really early stage. So how venture works is basically, you know, think of Shark Tank, but at a way wider scale, right? There's like $400 million being invested per day. And you're basically, you know, giving a company money or a person money and for a percent of the company. And when they IPO or when they get acquired, right, you make money based on that. And we've invested in companies like Pipe, you know, Fireflies Aerospace, Radiant Aerospace, and you know, a ton of really cool stuff. So.
And what was that like balancing out school and just the companies in general, like?
So me and this guy, we go to the bathroom. So we convinced the counselor that like we had urinary issues, so we could use the restroom whenever. And then, you know, we started memeing about it and that kind of stuff. And recently we got banned from using the restroom because the principal saw it, and yeah. I'm banned from using the restroom during school hours now.
What would you tell someone if they went to you, they were like, can I get into this?
Yeah, it's just like work at a company, you know, like with value, like something that you're really interested in. Like if you're interested in clean tech, you know, whatever you're really interested in, you know, work at a company, try to find an internship at a company, and then, you know, go on from there. Don't start your own company, like initially, so.
With like school and everything, do you ever feel like you sacrificed something when you were working on your business or anything?
Not necessarily, because like you still get, like I talk to people from my school and that kind of stuff, right? It's just you get more experiences that you can't really get out of school. Like you can't really go out and travel and live in SF for like a while, right, in school. Or like meet the people that you get to meet or like experience this stuff. So a lot of the stuff in school is just pretty intuitive. Realistically, school shouldn't take like 7 to 8 hours a day. Should really take like 30 minutes. Like I already talked to enough people, so I already get the social stuff. A lot of people just say go to school to like for the social things, right? But realistically, it's like talking to enough people and that kind of stuff. You're not gonna get any value out of it. So yeah.
Like go in the bathroom and like ripping some kid's nick. We then went to meet with Eric's friends Shamail and Arib, who were 19 and extremely impressive.
How do you get your money?
How did I get my money? It's a good question. I've been trading for a long time. I've been on the OTC market, if you guys know what that is. But other than that, I've been hustling. I have a startup called Musicify, and we're making AI music content for creators around the world. And before that, I ran a company called Build Space with a couple of friends. We raised $10 million, and now it's doing pretty well as well.
Let's see, I ran a few companies when I was in high school, decided that it wasn't really worth my time, so I dropped out. From there, I started a hardware company building fast chargers for electric vehicles, and now I'm COO at Aviato.
And can you say any of the creators you're working with right now or no?
We're working with this new album coming out this month is made with our tool.
That's wild.
Musicify.lol.
Crazy. So you got anything to say to people like getting into their entrepreneurship journey? What do you have to tell them?
I think the biggest thing is like it's like 10% skill, 10% luck, and then the 80% is just consistency. Like just showing up every single day.
Absolutely.
I never thought I was smarter than anyone or like I didn't think I had any advantages, but the thing I did know was like I was willing to show up every day when other people are just not.
Get the reps
So,
in. Yeah.
That's it. It's just like show up every single day.
I think one of the most important things is focus. If you go looking for ideas, it tends not to work too well. Opportunities that find you, problems that you see in the world, if you try to solve those, you'll tend to have a lot more success that way.
I couldn't believe these kids my age had done so much so young. So I had to ask Eric what drove him down this path.
And then it was just during quarantine, and I just met the right people at the right time. Like, you know, was like got into like Discord servers, or like high school Discord servers. I was like the only middle schooler in there. And I was like, you know what, I gotta get involved. So that was like the first company I ever worked at, and then it just went on from there. I started like doing nonprofits. Sounds kind of cliche, but yeah. And then I, you know, became one of the first hires at a company, and then after that, started my own company, and then sold that, and then now I'm building Aviato.
He's got a meeting he's got to get to. It was nice meeting you though, and seriously, keep it up, man.
Thank
Wild.
you so much.
So
Really
much at
appreciate
such
it.
a young
Come
age.
back anytime.
If you got anything to say to them, one last thing, anybody trying to get on their entrepreneurship journey, what do you got to say?
Do it different. Don't do what everyone else does, and don't listen to advice.